Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. As good as a morning it can be. We say good morning to you. Third week. Third week running for victims of gun violence. Third week. So as long as I have health and strength, there's some I'll be out here running to remember victims of gun violence. Everybody must do something. So good morning to all of you. You can share this video now. I'm going to start in a few moments. Share this video. Like it. But whatever you do, do something. Don't come on this page and don't help me out. If you can't run, what's up? If you can't run, you can walk. If you can't walk, you can crawl. But Dr. King said, but whatever you do, you got to keep on moving. So if you can't run with me, help us by sharing this video now and help us by liking it now. Do it like this minute. Don't wait. So when we get into the meat of the matter, folks will already be locked in to it. Kingsborough houses. All right. So, got to take a breather. All right. Good morning, everybody. Oops, the sun is going to be. Let's see if I can go this way. All right. Good morning. Good morning, family. Good morning, everyone. I started off um, with a prayer to God that the Lord will protect everyone this today, and every time that the more that we do, the more that we say, the more that we pray. You know, gun violence continues to be an issue in our community, especially in the Black and brown communities. We are so saddened by the loss of, well, last night when we started to decide who we're going to run for today, last week in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, where I grew up, and I grew up in Tonki as well, Ras Valley area. A 14-year-old by the name of Aaron Ashby was shot and killed, along with his cousin or family member, his cousin, I believe. Forgive me if I didn't get the family, his cousin correctly, the person who was in the vehicle with him. We mourn the loss of both of those lives, ended shortly by gun violence. And I have continued to say, and I said in the Senate when we were trying to pass the bill called the bill to create an office to prevent gun violence in the Virgin Islands, every Virgin Islander have the right. Every Virgin Islander have the right to. Every Virgin Islander have the right to live to 25, at least. I don't want to say it like that, but my thing that I have said to them is that every Virgin Islander have the right to live beyond 25. I should say beyond 25. And you know, growing up in the projects, living in Tonki, in Tutu, going to Ras Valley, going to BCB, shooting ball in Bavoni. I mean, I had just a normal life, just like Aaron Nicolas Hamilton Ashby, right? Same trajectory, you know, doing summer jobs. I remember we used to clean up in Tutu as well, doing summer jobs, and by God's grace, you know, I made it out of Tutu. I made it out of Tonki, and then going back into work, doing a summer job, and being shot and killed on the streets of St. Thomas. Totally, we have to move away from the type of lifestyle that continues to kill our own. And I'm so sad. I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired. Last night, after I did this post, getting ready to go to stream, a 1-year-old was killed in Brooklyn after barbecue. street code, street credibility, um, not targeting women, men, not shooting in crowds. These are all acts of terrorists. And when we talk about terrorists, what we are saying is that when a terrorist comes to kill, they only kill him because the person is probably from a different race or they have a different ideology. And to have young men going into to communities where have mothers and fathers and grandmoms and 1 year old baby and spraying the place, that in of itself, that's not being a gangster. That's being a total coward. You're being totally wicked. You will not see life good. And as we have said before, anytime you kill a black man, you're going to die. Anytime you kill a black child, a black baby at 1 year old, anytime that you kill a black boy, Aaron Nicolas Hamilton Ashby, at 14 years old, trying to run away from his life, for his life, and still you shoot him down, you will not live. It is not the idea that someone is going to come in after you to kill you because of this, but just the way that it works, whatever you sow, you're going to reap. And I'm saying to anybody and all my brothers and sisters, those of you, whatever lifestyle that you have that is going to cause you to kill someone or going to cause you to die, you need to change that lifestyle. Whatever it is, whatever the lifestyles, whatever it is, whatever you are doing, you're going to die. And to come up in the morning, every single morning, to decide who we're going to run for, that in of itself is sad. You know, thinking about I'm going to be running for a 14-year-old today, justice for Aaron Nicolas Hamilton Ashby, shot and killed, 14 years old in his back, trying to run away from a crime scene. You decide that you are going to shoot and kill him. Our community cannot harbor individuals like these anymore. We cannot give them an excuse. It reached to a point that we have to end. When I say end the senseless violence, is that we have to also understand, right, that we cannot harbor feelings. We cannot harbor wickedness. When we have to end senseless gun violence, what we mean and what I mean is that the community in St. Thomas should be up in arms in the Virgin Islands. Virgin Islanders in Atlanta and in Brooklyn and in the Bronx and in New York and in California and Houston. Virgin Islanders who live all over the world should be up in arms that the American paradise, you know, the place that my mom lives and my sisters and my brothers, the church, family business, my nephews and cousins, you know, live on the island. It is appalling to think that there is a possibility that there could be my 14-year-old cousin could be shot and killed in broad daylight without remorse. Without remorse. Virgin Islanders everywhere should be, we should be so disgusted. And I'm frustrated. I'm disgusted. I'm upset. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. But it also gives me energy to get up and run for those victims, to let them know and the family know, if you're listening and your family, that I have never met Aaron Nicolas Hamilton Ashby. I've never met the family, but I know for sure that it takes a village to raise a child, and it also takes a village to bury a child. And so all of us are here with the family, the Ashby family, on St. Thomas, with our prayers and our support, and that we are not going to allow a 14-year-old or a 1-year-old, come on, brothers and sisters, a 1-year-old to be shot and killed in our communities. And then we start to point fingers and blame this one and blame the governor, blame the mayor. My thing is that we have to say to ourselves that, listen, all of us got to put our work in. Because at the end of the day, the people that you're blaming, most of the time they have security detail. Their children and their family is not going to be walking in these streets that we're in. So we have to take matters into our own hands. And we have to say that no matter what happened, we cannot allow, under no circumstances, to allow a young boy in the Virgin Islands, the American paradise, to be shot and killed at the age of 14 and not turn this country upside down. to unturn every stone, to allow no one to leave on a boat or a plane, to scrutinize every single passenger leaving, and especially if you're going to buy a one-way ticket out of St. Thomas to go to Puerto Rico, a one-way ticket, wherever it is, we have to make sure that we shut this, all our borders down, and make sure that when we don't have to. I am not in the idea of just saying, because we have lost families on both sides. Because the person who have killed Aaron Ashby, your life is definitely over. And the family, to hear the mother, the grandmother, crying for her last grandson, to hear the cousins, these things seep through. If you have any guts, any heart, any gangster out there, gangsters and shooters, dudes and posses who have beef with one another, I want to say to you that every one of you, you're going to kill out yourself. But the bad part is that you're killing innocent people who have nothing to do with your beef and your worldview of saying that someone disrespect you on a video or on YouTube or on a Facebook. You guys are total punks. You how could you can't solve a situation, you can't solve a matter. But killing our babies and killing our young men at the age of 14, come on. Those are people that we can't reason with. Those are people that we have to really and truly decide that, listen, you have given up all of your rights to be part of our community. All of your rights. You have given up all of your rights. All of your rights that you're going to go in a crowd and you're going to spray and kill a 1-year-old. All of your rights. You have given up all of your rights. We can't come to your aid. We can't help you. We can't ask the judge for mercy if you kill a 1-year-old. We can't ask the judge for mercy, and we can't help you get off of parole. We can't help you get off of death row if you're killing 1-year-olds, if you're killing 14-year-olds who have nothing to do with anything. These are the things. And in the Virgin Islands, I think that what we're going to do, right, is that the days, and if you're listening seriously, a couple of things, just like this video and also share it too as well, especially tag someone from the VI, especially if they live in Tutu, they grew up in Ras Valley, I don't care where they grew up, and they're in the Virgin Islands right now. You tag them on this video, tell them get out the bed, and we're reasoning right now. We I forget what was my train of thought that I was going to hit on, but I guess it'll come back to me. Sorry about that. My mind is when you're frustrated and so today I anytime that you hear an elected official blaming someone else, right? Anytime that you hear like an elected official blaming someone else in this conversation about this 14-year-old who was killed in Tutu in Ras Valley, anytime that you hear whatever senators, whoever pointing fingers at one another, that is no leadership whatsoever. It is not about pointing fingers to anyone. It is not about pointing fingers. It is about making the thing about this is that saying that we should never allow any individual, right? We shouldn't allow any individual. What happened to my video this morning? We shouldn't allow, I'm trying to get this, wow, sorry about that. We shouldn't allow any individual to escape their position, whether in the Senate, and I know with the VI, like, I don't know who leads in terms of the violence or what have you. But I know for sure that over the past 7 or 8 years, I've been coming back to the Virgin Islands, dealing with the gun violence issue. It is documented. It is in the newspapers. It is on my radio show. And if you're here right now, you listen to my radio show every Tuesday on WSD at 7 p.m. Every Tuesday on WSD at 7 p.m., I dedicate for the last 2 years considerable amount of time to dealing with the gun violence issue in the Virgin Islands. Considerable. This is not something that I've done today. Check the record. Sometimes you have to check people out. Check the record. What is your record? What have you contributed to the fact of listening or having a safe community? Check the record very clearly. 2 years, 3 years, 7 years, coming back over and over again to the Virgin Islands, talking about this violence, putting some ideas together on paper and trying to figure out how do we deal with this problem. If the family of Aaron Hamilton Ashby is asking for help, and the son was killed um, maybe Thursday or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And we have said over and over again, when you create an office to prevent gun violence in the Virgin Islands, they would have only made one phone call. A matter of fact, they would not have even made a phone call. The team of people would have been at their bedside, and they would have given them every resource that they would need for that family. That young boy was killed in the Virgin Islands on the street. Therefore, that family should be taken care of by the people of the Virgin Islands. I don't care how much money it costs. When you have a son and you have raised that son, and you have a child and you have raised that child, you have done everything right that the government said to do. You have done everything correct. Everything. And your son or your daughter not only get shot and killed, but he gets shot and killed in the streets in Ras Valley. He gets shot and killed in the streets of Brooklyn, a 1-year-old, at a barbecue last night, right here in Brooklyn, New York. 3 days, and the family's asking for support, like community support, or the family's asking for support for grief counselors, and these things should have already been at the doorstep of the Ashby family. Every single gangster in the posse, down west, housing, Savan, Tutu, Ras Valley, Old Tutu, all over the place, should have already given up this fool, this cold blood killer. Should have already given up this killer. I'm trying to get my I want to apologize, but my phone is sticking. I don't know if it's the sun or what have you, so you can't see the comments. And to say that you should be giving up this killer because there is somebody else who know for sure who killed Hamilton. Hamilton and the Ashby family. My prayers are with you. Both of those young men who was killed, who was doing the job. And you have people in the Virgin Islands who believe that there's a code about not snitching or some foolishness. These are cold-blood killers. You don't deserve to protect them. You must give that individual who killed that 14-year-old boy, you must give him up. He's no good to our society, unfortunately, and I'm sure that his parents did the best for him too as well. They prayed for him. He probably used to go to church, was in the choir, I am not sure, but to have a mentality to kill, man, this 14-year-old boy running away from the crime scene, he shot the boy in his back while a 14-year-old boy was trying to run away, run into his future, seeing 15 and 16 and thinking about going to see his father, visit his father's grave, who his father drowned and died. I'm sure that he saw all of this before his very eyes. And he was running away, running towards his future to 15 years, to 16 years, to 17 years. And what you did is that by the act of a demonic possession in your heart, that individual, you killed that 14-year-old boy. You must die. When I say that you must die, is that whatever you sow, you're going to reap. You can't live with yourself. You can't sleep well. And if you're sleeping well, I'm saying that I pray to God that you don't sleep well. And the thing is that this arrest must be made like now. We can't to break the confidence of civility in the Virgin Islands. We cannot have, under no circumstances, we cannot have this murder unsolved much too long. This got to be, we have to wrap this up. This have to be wrapped up. This have to be tied up. The family have to know and hear from the killer, or the police have to tell the family why they did what they did. But this thing have to be wrapped up. We can't allow in the Virgin Islands to have killings. Can't allow the Virgin Islands to have these killings of 14-year-old our babies. And then this thing is a perpetual cycle, and all we have in is tails and pointing fingers. This is sick. It is crazy. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lord. My phone is working. Justice for my son. Well, Miss Andrea Hamilton, I'm not. My prayers are with you. Like I said, when we are touched by cases like these, we, even if we don't know the family and we never met Aaron, the point is, goodwill people cannot sit by and hear the pain and the crying of his grandmother and his mother and his family, and to sit by in the Virgin Islands and to allow the criminal elements to just run wild. And notice, I'm not going to blame. This is no blame game. Like I said to you, I'm not blaming governor, this senator, what have you. I am coming with ideas and solutions. That's why I don't want to make this political, because definitely I'm not into the political thing at all. I'm a pastor dealing with people's life and dealing with understanding people's grief, that day after day, running for victims after victims after victims, running in the morning, trying to keep this going. I have decided I will do what I can do as an individual. And there are those of you who can help as well. So again, share this video, like the video, share this video, like the video, wake people out of the bed, especially if they're from the Virgin Islands. I don't care where they live. So I know for sure that this week I'm going to figure out an action for every single person who is from the Virgin Islands. This death of Aaron, justice for Aaron Hamilton Ashby, right? We cannot allow, as citizens, as people who was born on the soil of the Virgin Islands, there is no way that we can allow for this to be able to go by and just be like another talk show, calling on a talk show and talking about this. We are sick. We are sick and tired of hearing, and nothing is being done. When we offer up to the Senate, the Virgin Islands Senate, when we offer up to the Senate an idea of a bill to create the Office to Prevent Gun Violence, again, this is not a political statement. As you can see, it's all pastoral. It is all social. It is all about justice. You cannot not have in the Virgin Islands this type of violence. Yes, we have some that deals with domestic violence. Yes, I get that. I understand that. I'm talking about the kind of violence that you hear grandmothers who the last grandson crying for the last grandson. This is the kind of violence that we are speaking to. Violence that a mom who would never imagine, there is no manual that has been printed or created for a mother to know that her 14-year-old son or her 1-year-old child was shot and killed in the American paradise. There is no manual. There is nothing that you can tell that mother. But I'm asking Virgin Islanders everywhere, those of you who up the VI sign, all over Houston, Atlanta, you must organize just like you organized for Katrina. No, I'm sorry, not Katrina. Irma, Maria, Hugo, all Bertha, Marilyn, all of those hurricanes, when you were putting together barrels and sending relief because homes was destroyed. People, houses are being destroyed. Hearts are being destroyed. Home are being destroyed. We have to call this as an emergency. This is a Category 5 humanitarian hurricane. This is a Category 5. And we must respond all over the U.S. If you have a flag, if you're going to be having your flag on Labor Day, and don't bring out your Virgin Island flag on Labor Day weekend if you're not involved in work like this. If you're not involved with work like this and you from the Virgin Islands, to know that, we can have a 14-year-old boy who's shot and killed, without a major uprising in the Virgin Islands, we have lost it. We have lost it. We have lost it. I'm telling you, we have lost it. We have to, the same way that we organize and we ask people to give you rice, water, flashlights to send to the Virgin Islands. We did barrels and trucks. I see some of you all on here. We used to do fundraisers in New York, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Houston, Atlanta, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, sending supplies to the Virgin Islands for the hurricane. This is a hurricane. This is a Category 5 hurricane. Humanitarian aid is needed. Compassion is needed for the family, for the Hamilton family, for the Ashby family. This is it. And so I'm warning, and I'm saying, I'm being disgusted about the fact that those of you come on the radio, whether you are a leader or not, stop pointing fingers at one another. Get about the work. Pointing fingers and who's supposed to do something. This is not working right now. We need everyone to get off their behinds in the Virgin Islands. And number one, an arrest should be made immediately. This arrest, we can't wait for 3 and 4 weeks for a case like this to be solved. Right? All of the gangsters and the guys in the posses, you got to give this brother up like today. We can't allow Monday and the sun to set without the killer on the island for this young Aaron Nicolas Hamilton Ashby. Innocent, sweet, loved, wanted to go see his father, visit his father's grave. And we have killers who in the Virgin Islands would shoot and kill our own future. And we still have that person free today, after Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today's Monday, it's 5 days. That's enough. Enough. We gotta find this individual, and then we have to make sure that, okay, the rest of the folks, all of the leaders in the posses, the person who's leading Bavoni, the person who is leading, and big up to the guys in St. Croix with the horse situation that's going on. For the first time, I never knew that there was a Williams Delight Downs racetrack, but they said that they had no shootings in that horse. Were like it was an illegal horse track, but the point is that they had no shootings and no killing in St. Croix on that horse track, because they had agreed that even if you have problems from west, from east, from Williams Delight, from wherever you're from, that you won't bring any gun on that horse track. I never knew that, and I applaud that. I applaud that. So we know for sure that there are leaders of these individuals in whether the person was from Ras Valley or Savannah or wherever on the island that shooter is from. There is someone who know who he is, and then definitely that's it. Can't have that on the island. We can't have that on the island. There is no way that we can have that in the Virgin Islands. We can't have that on St. Thomas. We can't have that on St. Croix, and there's no way we can have that on St. John. This is the end. This is it. This is at the wit's end. There is nothing worse than what we need to do right now. So a couple of action items, and I'm going to leave, and I'm hoping that, again, all of the Ashby family, again, my prayers are with you, and we're going to connect today for sure. I'm going to ask everyone who led hurricane relief in whatever state that you're in, Atlanta, everyone, organize something for Aaron, justice for Aaron, where you are in your community. We can't allow this to go under like another murder in the Virgin Islands. We can't allow for another 40 murders to go unsolved. We can't allow for another 40 for this case to be unsolved. There is no way in the history of the Virgin Islands that if there is one case that needs to be solved and needs to be solved right away, that the police department need to figure out is this case. This is the case. You got to put people, we've been talking about overtime for police officers. This is the overtime case. This is the case that the people of the Virgin Islands is going to say, pay those officers the best detective that you have, detective, and put them on this case to get justice for Aaron Nicolas Hamilton Ashby. This is the case for the overtime. This is the case. This case is the case. This is it. If there is ever a time that we need our police department to be at the highest professional level in the Virgin Islands, it is this case. This is it. This is the case. This is the case when we say as a people that we cannot harbor killers and murderers in our community anymore, because what is happening is that it is reaching to the doorstep of innocent people, young, bright Virgin Islands who have the history. He could be the next governor. It has reached to the doorstep of the people who have nothing to do with any beef that you have on the island. The island is so small, 17 miles long, 16 miles long, 17 miles long, 1 mile wide. Anyone who's buying a one-way ticket from Thursday, Friday, definitely shouldn't leave the Virgin Islands. Shouldn't be going anywhere. You got to lock that stuff down. And then we have to make sure that, again, we have to tell the guys who are running crews and who have guns and think that they're bad man. All them and them in whatever, in the ghettos and everywhere, all over, you have to tell them really and truly that this must stop. And tell the leaders to tell the guys, you know what you guys got to do? You got to take those guns and beat them into plowshares and go work down Bordeaux or something as farmers with the guns that you have. This is where we are. So I am appealing to everyone in the Virgin Islands. I'm in Brooklyn, New York, but my heart is in St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John. My heart is on my island. Like I said to you before, I have tirelessly, for the past 7 to 8 years, have been working on issues of gun violence in the Virgin Islands. 7 to 8 years, man, over and over again. Who would listen? I've held meetings in small rooms. I've held meetings in big rooms. I've had meetings with senators. I've held meetings on the plane. I've held meetings in the airport when I see senators. I have held meetings with the governors, with this governor, lieutenant governor, all staff, commissioners, students. I've held meetings with clergy, did training all in the Virgin Islands for the past 7 to 8 years. I'm hoping that people are listening. I'm hoping that, again, our senators, our leaders, our clergy, but more so just you as an individual, those of you who can plan, all of the promoters, the guys who run all of the bands, the guys who plan parties on the media, all of the guys who own those bands. These are people who have to come out and say there is no way that we can be living, because if you're living in the Virgin Islands, our product is our tourism. And when people ask me if they should visit the Virgin Islands, my answer should always be yes. Don't put us in a position to say no. That's going to be detrimental. We are ambassadors of the Virgin Islands living away. We are ambassadors of the Virgin Islands. But to put us in positions, so to build confidence right now, to build my confidence, we have to make sure that case gets solved. We have to make sure that there's a strong message, especially the guys who are, whether you DJ or especially the guys on the street, you have to give a strong message that these young people are off limit for to be murdered and shot and killed on the streets on the island. We have to send that direct message. I'm going to be listening today to see who is saying what, because language to me is always important, how we speak. I'm not playing on anyone's pain. I don't need any money from anyone. No one have asked me. I definitely, and our team, reach out to individuals just on Facebook. I have, just Facebook, just type in and saying that we're praying saying that we're sorry. Anyone from the Virgin Islands, when you see that someone, especially a young boy, like Aaron, who was shot and killed, it pains your heart, because that could be my cousin, that could be my son or my daughter, who goes back and spend time on the island. That could be any one of our children. I feel the pain for you, the Hamilton family, the Ashby family. I feel the pain, and I'm making a concerted effort, and I promise to you that we're gonna be here, myself and my team, in Brooklyn and on St. Thomas, and all of our partners, the University of the Virgin Islands, with our gun violence initiative. We're gonna be here for this family. We're gonna be here for you. We're praying for you. Um, I'm asking again all my friends, if you are on my page and you're watching me, please organize something, on where you are in Atlanta, in wherever. Raise money, send money to the family. The family didn't ask for money, but they don't have to ask for money. They don't have to ask for everything. This is something that we could do. We know what happens when we have hurricanes, and you know what happened when we need these type of funding. We raise the money and we help the Virgin Islands. Now is our time to help. So today, I was running for Aaron, justice for Aaron. I finished my morning run. Um, I'm signing off also to tomorrow. I'll be running for Aaron as well, and also to 1-year-old baby who was killed last night here in Bed-Stuy. I just didn't get the name of the 1-year-old child as yet. I'll be reaching out to the family and giving them my love, appreciation, and support in anything that we can do. So again, I'm so grateful that all of you. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. Again, a couple of weeks ago, I decided that, man, with all the work that I do around gun violence, my life is captured, encapsulated in the gun violence world. I was like, no, we definitely could be, the sun could be running, so that we can highlight the plight of our people. Don't allow anyone, especially today in the Virgin Islands, to make this into a political blaming game. I want the family to know, keep your eyes on the prize. Hold everyone accountable. Not know one person over the next. Meet with every single senator. Meet with the governor. Meet with the police commissioner. Meet with the commissioner on health and human services. Meet with everybody. Meet with the guys on the block. Take all type of meetings. Build a team around the mother, so the mother don't have to take on all of that burden by herself. Be on the radio, every radio show. We should have people talking about this case today. Book radio shows. We're asking the people who have radio shows in the Virgin Islands to reach out to the family and get them on the radio, and so that they could talk about the fact that this should not happen to anyone else. Name streets after this young man. Write a bill, family, that speaks to his name. Don't allow his life to go unanswered, unchecked. Don't allow his life to go unanswered and unchecked. You do something. So organize. And I'm going to help organize too as well, any way that I can. Right here, we could organize. The world is one now. So we could organize on Facebook. We can organize all over the world. His name must be named. Say his name. We gotta say his name. Say his name. Aaron Ashby. We gotta say his name, and his name must be heard. His name must be made new. It needs to be a memorial. These are our streets, and our streets mean that our children should be able to walk on our streets and not die. These are our streets. Whose streets? These are our streets. Our children are supposed to be able to walk and go anywhere in the Virgin Islands. There shouldn't be one location that he shouldn't be able to go, because these are our streets. Yes, it is our streets. So God bless all of you. I'm praying for the Ashby family, that God's blessing is going to be with you, and his comfort is going to keep you. We're in touch, the family, we're in touch, and we'll continue to be in touch. Our love for you, even though I've never met the family, never met young Aaron, but he has definitely impacted my life, and I'm going to dedicate my time and running for him this week, and all of the other victims of gun violence who have died senselessly at such a young age. So God bless everybody. Um, you can inbox me if you have any. If you'd like to get my contact information, you can do so. And we're gonna keep on pushing. We're gonna keep on working. We'll put some ideas down, and we're gonna definitely need to have a national across the U.S. and in the Virgin Islands in remembrance of Aaron Ashby, who was taken from us so early, so young, so innocent, so loving. God bless all of you, and we'll see you tomorrow in the will of the Lord. So take good care, everybody.